Many people rebel against PlayStation's newest no physical copies policy, and rightfully so. The thing is, we can do way better at rebelling against it than doing this. After Sony's decision, this is the gift I want if you visit my home. AI-generated garbage? Why do you have to render all these with AI? Look at Leon's face in the original Resident Evil 4 cover. What happened there? What happened to you, Jill? I don't see the need to generate this with AI when you could have just grabbed the physical copies. Look, I have 2 Persona 5s! There's no need to AI-generate something that can easily be recreated with a couple of seconds on the phone and physical copies of games. That is, if you have the physical copies of those games. Or maybe you don't. And that's why you ask the AI to generate it for you. With the news of PlayStation discontinuing physical copies because they are bleeding cash, it's no surprise that people are jailbreaking their PlayStation 5s. When you jailbreak a PS5, you can install games in there for free, and those games are entirely yours. This is the way for us to rebel against the establishment who clearly doesn't want us to own the things that we buy. As the internet says, if buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing, jailbreaking isn't hacking, and emulation is perfectly legal, which is also what's happening to the PS5, and it's happening at a shockingly rapid rate. But some people clearly isn't a fan of that. Pirates are the guys who killed game companies like Atari, Amiga, Cinemaware, 3D Realms, Duke Nukem! Whoa, okay, where to begin on this one? Atari single-handedly caused the 1983 video game crash, with E.T. being a primary contributor, a legendary worst game of all time contender. Atari Jaguar? Terrible. They cannot compete with Sega and Nintendo at those times. How are the pirates to blame for their downfall? Amiga got bought by Commodore and went bankrupt. 3D Realms? Duke Nukem's last game was a massive disappointment, and pirates have absolutely nothing to do with it. And so is 3D Realms for that matter. I don't know about Cinemaware. Apparently they make really expensive games and they spend way too much money on them, and I don't think that's the pirates' fault. I just don't understand how any of these companies are examples of piracy destroying companies. And even if it's true that piracy is destroying companies, I'm telling you, it couldn't have happened to a worse company than Sony. They deserve it. Also, the person who said this is Sandy Peterson, who is notorious online for not only one of the people who worked on Doom, but also one of the people that is always corrected by the big Doomstar developer himself, John Romero. It's actually hilarious the many times he got corrected by him. You definitely should look it up. Alright, enough of gaming hooplas. I have some Gen Z hooplas for you. Here's an interesting Reddit post complaining about work life. What am I supposed to do at work? Work. Plain and simple. I got an office job for the first time in my life, but now I'm just sitting around bored out of my mind 8 hours a day. That sounds like an efficiency issue from the company. If they're paying their employees way too much for doing nothing, then they're clearly not utilizing the workers that well. Something definitely must be cut. That, or it's this old corporate work culture that prioritizes looking busy rather than being actually busy. I think you should see Office Space. It's a great documentary about this culture. I tried asking if there's more stuff to do, but I think that just annoyed him. Wow, you're more enthused about work than I am. I don't ask for work at all because I have multiple jobs. And if I stop working on one, I start working on the other. And thankfully, all can be done in front of the computer, a luxury that unfortunately most people don't have. Is this what life is gonna be like for the next 50 years? Yes. That's just the sad reality of the world that we are living in. Corporations prefer us to look busy instead of being busy. And that's why there will never be any work done, even if it looks like we're working. That's the Xbox culture for you, and they're not doing really well. But hey, at least your work is way more sensible than this demand. Job listings are always incredibly nonsensical. Here's one from Yahoo, senior software developer who is an expert in Claude code. That sounds fine and all, except Yahoo is seeking a senior Claude developer who has 10 plus years of experience. Last time I checked, Claude code hasn't even existed that long. Claude exists for more than 10 years at this point, but not Claude code. And you want someone with 10 plus years of experience in that? Is this person a time traveler? How is Yahoo even still a thing in this year? You will architect, build, and maintain intelligent applications using Claude code and related tools to enhance productivity and deliver exceptional user experiences. You don't need 10 plus years of Claude code experience to do that, Yahoo. It's AI. You just tell AI what to do, and it'll do it for you. But nice to know that an old internet relic like Yahoo still exists to this day, doing whatever it is that they're doing somehow. Speaking of AI, this next hoopla is about not using one, but just because you don't use it doesn't mean you don't have a skill issue. Here's a really funny post about a student with some admirable but still incorrect standards. I have a book report on The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Ah, yes, the classic book that is practically a required reading for a lot of people at schools. I haven't read it. I'm not American, but I do know of The Great Gatsby. I've seen the 2013 film at least. It's alright. Have you seen this GIF floating around? Yeah, it's from the 2013 film adaptation. What about it? No, I did not buy the book. It's Saturday night, and tomorrow on Sunday, all shops are closed. You can just watch the 2013 film adaptation. It's not just the newest and most visually beautiful adaptation, it's also surprisingly faithful to the book, from what I've read online of people talking about it. Not the book itself. The book report on it is due the day after tomorrow. That is on Monday. And I need someone who is ready to just give me what they got from the book in their own words. Wow. Old-fashioned cheating. At least they don't use AI, right? Just make it under 200 words. Wow, 200 words. For reference, this short is nearly 400 words. And I post like 3 of them every day. Cheating indicates a massive skill issue, and this person clearly shows it. But don't worry, let me give you some quick tips on how to get you up to speed on writing The Great Gatsby in under 200 words, which can be done in less than an hour tops. If you want to read the full book, The Great Gatsby is in public domain. It's on Wikipedia. Just scroll down to Wikisource and you can read the full thing on your browser, or even download the EPUBs or PDFs legally. If you want to get caught up to speed with the story, I recommend the Wikipedia's plot synopsis. It'll get you up to speed with the story in question. The story isn't that hard to grasp. The 2013 film grasped the major plot points perfectly fine. To this Reddit poster that just begs to have their work done for them by human beings, you might as well just use AI at this point. You have skill issues either way. If you're gonna be a cheater, at least be a good one. And I'm an amateur, so get good. The noob! The noob! And that's all for the video today. Here's a cat. Huge thanks to all the wonderful sponsors this week. You're all fantastic. Don't forget to check out my previous videos here. Click the like button, comment, subscribe, join the YouTube membership, leave some tips, just $1 down below. And thanks for watching.